can come back and do. So in between, I'll open the chat here. In between, you have any questions, you can keep on adding the questions here, and I will try to answer. In case you want to raise your hand and want to interact directly, that's another option you have. So today Netflix, like this was the cup and handle. Again, it's respecting these trend lines, bounced, rejected right there. Now, my concern is we might hit right here and struggle. Even last time when they had earnings, like last quarter, they had good earnings. Uh, Let me remove this annotations. Come on. So this was the earning. It opened at 199. This was the earning, right? So it opened, went to 201, came back, and then closed at 201. So possibly we can have that kind of move. So just be careful. Do not miss to book the profits. That's the whole thing. So hi guys, let's start our daily analysis. So I'm gonna do first thing first. We'll do a scan for inside days. FSLR is there, tilde is there, CGC is there. Ignoring all of that. So it's nothing much. Let's check open, high, low. If we have anything. No, because market was so volatile. So no clear direction. So now let's go back to ES first. Or let's review the list for stocks we have. And let me know if you want to add or remove something from here. I have Apple, Amazon, AMD, Boeing, CRM. I do want to include Roblox did its job. ITSI did its job. CRM did its job. Netflix hit 249 today. It did its job. Nvidia 121 did its job. Tesla almost came to 229, but did its job. BA did 137, did the job. Snow is high beta. It's like let's I'll make a note of Snow and Oxy, but what I want is a stock which has low beta. Low beta meaning they do not get butchered by the market moves. I really want to include a bank here, like Bank of America, JPM, and I would cut down from some of the index stocks. I'll just keep Goldman Sachs. All right, so let's start from ES, and then I'm going to remove a couple of items in this list because these have already done their job. So we need to figure out. CAT LMT, LMT did its job. CAT, uh, possibly, but I already have a BA from that. BA and FedEx, so maybe CAT here instead of FedEx. All right, so let's get started now. So ES. Now ES is working very volatile, and it's not easy to write the trend. Like if you see ES, it's definitely making a W, and this W is right here. So this 3790 area, 3800 area is going to be a very tough task. Plus, you see, we have not broken this long-term trend line. This is the main trend line. This is long-term, and this is like way too long-term. I would call this as medium-term. So medium-term trend line, it is struggling. If it breaks here, that will be a real plus. But it would require some effort from the market to push it. Today it tried its best, almost came near. In the after hours, it is trying its best, but it has back-to-back resistances. So either it do a back test at 3701 like it did today, so that it filled all the gap, or it break out from here. If it does break out and crosses 3790, let me call this 3790, then we have another resistance 3850. Then we have another resistance right here, which is the top 3820-ish area. And then this resistance is there, which is 3850 area. So there are a couple of resistances on the top while going, but 3805, I'm just calling it 5 in terms of round numbers, is a tough ask. So ES is definitely positive. So target was 33, which we did on Sunday. It was achieved. Now, where should I buy? Logically, I should buy above today's high. Today high was 3777. So I should buy, come on, above 3780. As a principle, if you have seen, I prefer to buy above today's high, or I prefer to sell below today's low, because in that case, you can see whether there's going to be a demand or there's going to be sellers coming into the picture. If you're opening above today's high, that means the sentiment is bullish, and we can keep a smaller stop loss just to make sure that, yes, in case we are wrong, we should exit early. Same thing on the short side. So I'm going to keep ESS positive 3780, and stop loss should be, let's look at the stop loss where it closed. Now let's see how to find the stop loss. You see, we had a open here and closed there. We had a open here and closed there. So a value in between is a very good support. So 3745 is a good support. So below this, we should sell. And let's see the open here, 3758. So I'm going to give it 3760 as my stop loss. 3760. And I will be selling below 3745. Stop loss is 3760. See, I'll go back how to find the price action. See, this was the evening star at 3800, and then we made a 10% downward. Now, what is important here is the open, the close, and then the open again. So there's a gap between the open and the close. So this is something which should provide a vacuum. This vacuum was filled. Now, when vacuum was filled, this provides a seal. When there is a seal, then it should act as a good support. So the open here price was 3745, and that is where I'm going to sell. If I lose 3745, I'll be selling this. And where can I find support? I can find support at this range where we had some buying opportunities, 3730. And the 12 EMA support, 3701. I'm just giving it 3701. 3700. Again, I'm going to give it 50% because market is not fully in a mode, because Apple news is there, but market is still very volatile. The Fed speakers keep on adding more and more regarding the hawkish nature of the economy. So the monetary policy statements are hawkish. So I'll give it 50-50. Again, I need some conviction. If we can cross that, 3800 area, yes, we could do that. Now, where we can go on the higher side? Higher side, we have a tough area of 3788. I'll give it 3790. So very small target, 3790 or 3790 and 3805. That is our these targets. Then we have a target here. The high here is 3719. Here is 3820. So 3820, 3819.5. 3820 should be the next level of resistance. So 3820. Any questions how to understand and figure out these levels? Guys, I prefer Fed speakers to go blackout period from October. Uh, I have to check, Shri. Like I don't know about that. Zoom user, I have no idea. You can check on Google about. See and come to the mic. Ask exactly what you did not understand so that I can answer. And guys, you have the mic. You can come and ask because we are going to do these exercises daily, day in, day out. It's easier to communicate when we talk.
Paji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Paji. So the second, on the first one support you are taking there, the second support you are taking, how that was like mistake. So you are coming with the levels, right? So I understand the gap, and then later it provides support, right?
Yes.
So then you took that as a first support.
So I took that as an area where if it reverses from here, I will change my direction.
Okay. So for the short, then below that you are shorting, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you below that shorting up, then you go with the end of that candle as a first target.
I'm looking at this area. You see, the trend line started at here. The open was here. It came back. It was recaptured. The high was here. So that 3-4 levels which came into this price, that is 3330. So that's why I've chosen that. And the next support is 3700.
Oh, okay. So the mid of the candle is taken for that reason. That
Not even
was the
mid.
one.
If you see the high here, that is 3733. It tested. The low here, 3734. Here, the open here is 3730. So this area has been tested at least 3 times.
Okay, so multiple candles basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So multiple price action in this area, so it becomes easier for market to test it and take it as a support. And you can see, like, let's do a test of this logic. So this is Tuesday, right? And let's see, 3730, did we find any resistance during the day or it acted as a support? This is definitely in the night. You see all these candles, they managed to close around 3730. If you see on the right, the number is coming as 3729.73.
Yeah, rounding is 30. Yeah.
So it came, even if it tested below, but it managed to close above 3730.
Okay. So this is so Paji, you take the closing of the candle.
Always closing of the candle, not the wicks.
Okay.
Wicks are, that's why, like, when I'm giving the what you call stop losses, I prefer to keep the prices based on the closing of a candle.
But
If you put a stop loss like what we
is
did
this a
in
normal candle or a HA candle? This
this
one.
is normal candle.
Normal candle. Okay.
Like whenever I'm making levels, I use normal candles. When I'm using trend, I go for high connection.
Okay. So when we do, Paji, I think you told me once, even when you do regression, we can do an HA also, right? Regression channel.
You can do HA, but before that, when you're making the levels, like on the regression channel as well, when you're drawing that, use with the candle, start with the candle, and then you can change that to high connection.
Okay. Thank you, Paji.
Anyone else? Because I'm going to rush for rest of the things. And that's why I'm specifying more time on ES. Yes or no?
Baji, just wanted to ask, are these meetings still being live streamed on YouTube? I thought
No.
no, but
No.
okay, because it says that it is being live streamed.
You
There
can check.
is,
You will not find it.
oh no, I'm just telling on the
No,
Zoom.
it is live stream, but it is private.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Nobody can watch it.
Okay, thank you so much.
I will post this maybe later in the night. Because
Thank
people
you.
still want to, like people who did not attend, they want to access it. But
Okay,
nobody live can actually join and ask all
okay,
these.
okay, understood. Thank you.
Abhijit, you are late. They want to reach rate up to 4.85. And being hawkish means they are going to add more and more uh, hikes. Yes, they are hawkish. They want to control the inflation, and that's what they have been told to. And I don't keep saying hawkish. It's Fed who are sharing the hawkish views. Anyways, let's move on to NQ. And one more thing, like, tell me if this makes sense to you. Uh, Instead of having two rows, shall I make them into one row for left and right? But that will become too much. For now, I'll keep this, but let me just take a copy and tell you what I'm planning to. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Third. And instead of short here, I'm going to repeat this right here. So instead of bias, I'm going to keep only one bias, but it will give you both in one row. Uh, does it make sense, or keeping them in a separate line is meaningful? This way you will know that if it goes on this side, and instead of writing in comments, it's easier for me to put that here. Okay, fine. So let's go back to the focus. So NQ. NQ on the daily. Now let's check up those levels. The moment it closed above 11,068 and above the trend line, it shot and it shot up. The ask is 11,600 and it is struggling. Why it is struggling? Because this is the area, you see. This is the area in line. This is the area where it found the support. Now it is finding the resistance. It is holding over the resistance for now. If it does, next target is 11,587. And that depends on the numbers of Tesla. So same thing, stop loss or resistance is far away. I'll keep 11,300. Again, NQ is positive because it has been supported really well. 11,300 is the stop loss. For the long, again, I'm reducing it to 50-50. Because markets are so volatile. I'll not give a positive or negative view, but it's 50-50. So my target is first the same thing. There's a vacuum. That vacuum is filled. So 11,500 is the first target. If we go above today's high is 431. So it's almost 100 point above. So I'll not take that. I'll take 360. 60 point stop loss. Target is 11,500 and 11,585, which is the 34 EM. On the downside, it can test 11,200, 11,068. 11,200, 11,068. Sell below. And why there's a high proportion of selling? Because market is moved almost like from 35 to almost 3,800. That's approximately 8 to 9% move before the earnings. And last time when I told you that yes, there's a positive bias in the market, so it can continue to its longer move, but that move is really incredible. We had back-to-back move, and if you see here, we have red, green, 2 days, red, 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 green, 2 days, red, 2 days, red, 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 green, 2 days, red, three. I've not seen more than 2 days. It was in September, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it has to bounce, it needs to close with some strength. So that's the area. The pattern, I'll just see. It has recaptured 12 EMA on daily and above the long term TL trend line. Home. Okay. And for ES as well, ES where W is back. W is back. Okay, now triple Q. Like SPY, it's pretty clear. You can do SPY. Triple Q is showing 274 and 80. And we want to make sure that 274.50, which has been a very painful point for triple Q in the past, should be a very good stop loss. Where we should be buy? We should buy about 277. We should buy above 276 or buy in the range 276, 77. Stop loss is 274.50 and target is 281, 284. Again, it's a 50-50 thing, not a reliable market to keep positions open, but we need to be very, very sure how things are spanning out. Sell 274.50. Similarly to ES, like the stop loss and sell below are same. If you are trying to sell, you can sell it here. Your targets will be 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 270.35, which will equate to 11,200. And then it comes 267, which is the trend line. So let's save this. Now comes Apple. Apple is struggling with this 12 EMA. After a very long time, like since November 21st, almost a month, it was able to have a close above the 12 EMA, which is definitely positive sign. So 142.75 is the 12 EMA. So it's a stop loss now. Where we should buy? We should buy only above 145.60. And I'm going to mention only above. Target is 148. And as I've said multiple times, it's setting up for a very big head and shoulders. So I'm going to keep it 40% and keep my thing very clear. It's only about on the short side, stop loss is same 142.75. If it loses, sell below 142.75. Stop loss will be 143.70. Target will be 140, 146 T, and then 137.43. Like remember, Netflix was trying to break 248, 249 area, and finally it broke. Apple is holding 137 area for long. If Apple loses this area, it's gonna crack and crack down big. So keep a very like focused on Apple's earning, which are next week. It is setting up again for a I wanted to go to 150 so that it becomes a perfect head and shoulders and I can go short. Guys, it's easier if you can come onto the speaker because then it deviates my focus. I have to go and check the chat every single second. AMD. So AMD, again, look, it tested the magic 12 EMA of 60.8, failed, could not break out. Now, if it comes to 55, like after hours, it is showing like this, but I really want it to come down and get added around 55-ish. So either go above 61, which is a 161% area. So go above here or go with a stop loss of 55, 60. So AMD, the stop loss is 55, 60. I would try to buy this on a dip between 57 and 57.50. Target is 60.8. And like if it comes to 55, that's a much better choice. Right now, target is 60.8 only. And charting wise, it's not a bearish engulfing. It is not even an outside candle. So now 1 day, let me just try see 2-day candle. 2-day candle is also making higher, high, low. Nothing's sure. Not a clean pattern, so there's nothing here. Yes, Raghu. You can speak. All right. Amazon. Amazon has
Hello.
been. Yes, Raghu.
Yeah, on my chart, the 34 EMA is not matching to your chart. It's completely different.
Sir, this is my 34 EMA. 34 EMA. Nothing here.
Yeah.
Because you are
I
using
do have.
extended hours, most likely.
Oh. So if there's extended hours, it shows differently.
Extended hours will screw your charts, screw your levels.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me try. Okay, you can continue the discussion. Yeah.
Amazon. Amazon is in between. Amazon crosses 119, is going to do a massive move up. Amazon comes around 114.15. It's going to be really, really good. Amazon is now positive. It has regained, like it was a fake breakdown. It went up, came down, did a gap up. So this gap 114.19. So Amazon is green now. Green. Stop loss is 114. I'm going to put two values here. Buy above 119.25 or near 115.16. Target is 122. And then 122 above 124.65. There's a possibility in Amazon. BA, I clearly mentioned in the morning as well that yes, if you're looking to BA, same pattern. It's about to break out on 34 EMA. Has filled the big gap which was created. Now it is again in the same range. It is ready to give you very good numbers by the end of next quarter or next week. If you want to go long, buy this on a dip. You may see 150 by the end of this week. If market supports, BA is setting up for a very big move. So stop loss is 137.40. And again, this has been a very good, like last time we struggled here and then we broke out. Same possibilities here. Yes or no?
I did not understand for Amazon why you gave two levels. Can you just explain?
So no, I just did that. Yeah, I don't know. You have to start focusing on things. It's above 34 EMA, or if it comes near to the 12 EMA. I do not want to buy in between. In between range is 114.15, 114.50 to 119. Either it goes above or it comes near. And we have talked about 12 and 34 EMAs multiple times. So there's nothing new in terms of logic. The same I'm repeating for BA. It is in between 34 and 12 EMA, but 12 EMA is way too far from right now. So I want 137.50 to act as a stop loss. BA 137.50 to act as a stop loss. I want to buy above 139.25. If it does, it has very good potential to run. It is struggling to cross 139. Like even today, it tested it once and then closed around this corner. So if it goes above, I have 143 area, which is my first target, 143.20, and then 151. BA had inverted head and shoulders. And on a short duration, but it's actually making a W right now. So a breakout from here can be massive. W is back on daily time frame. But condition is clear. We need to have this to move above 34 EMA. CRM, same thing, we talked about CRM multiple times, that yes, the moment it will shoot above 149, it's going to hit 158, 59 area. It did, but it now has created a massive gap, and the gap is really, really big. 148 is the 12 EMA support, and 153 50 is the 34 EMA support. I would love to short CRM if market goes down, because this gap needs to be filled. So sell below 153.50, and my targets will be 151 and 149.75, or 12 EMA is 148. Why I'm saying so? Because it's a rejection from the long-term trend line, rejection from the 78.6 Fibonacci, plus there's a big gap. So gap needs to be filled. So rejection from 78.6 Fib and rejection from trend line, a big gap. Now the gaps like this needs to be filled. Now if market is strong, I'm not touching CRM on the short side. I'll not try to short it at around 158, 59. No. If it goes above 159, then it has serious potential for 167. So above 159 and see 167, or ITSI has done its job one more time. Like last time, ITSI was 99. Like not last Sunday, it was, it is. So 90, 99 was the target. Tested 12 and 34. So now I'm removing ITSI for now. ITSI has done its job. Maybe we can come back to it. Tomorrow we have earnings from IBM. So I'm going to include IBM. IBM. So IBM is again consolidating tightly. If it comes down, like it is back where it was 1 year ago, 114.56 area. So it bounced from it, and now it's holding right here at 122, 123. Now, I really don't know the expectations from IBM, but it's making a dodgy. If it crosses above 124, I expect a breakout. So IBM is ER. I'm going to keep it like ER. Go buy above 124. That's 124.25. Let's make it clean. Stop loss is 122.50. Target is 127. And 127 has faced good resistance. 127, 131. 127.50. And I would recommend people to take IBM ER with butterflies, because it usually gives good moves. Meta, Meta failed 12 EMA one more time. So it's just going to be in a tight range. So I'm ignoring Meta. Let me just go for Google. So Google has no gaps right now from 94. So 102 will be a good stop loss. It's a breakout above 12 and 34, but it closed below the 34 and the resistance area. So I would love to add it above 101. So Google instead of Meta. I'm going to keep it Google. I'm keeping it neutral, but I want it to go above 102. 225, which is a 34 EMA. Stop loss, I'll give 101.50. Let me give 101. Target areas are 105, 60. 105, 60. Microsoft. Same thing. It's in the 34 EMA. Rejected hard, closed right up to 238. Now, 238 is really important for Microsoft. Either we go above 244 or we come near 238. The trend line is right here, 241.50. So either you can sell it around 244. Let me see the futures. This they are 60, so not much. So Microsoft, it's a little itchy. So I'm going to put both the levels of Microsoft. So last was buy 226 and it went to 244. Now we should do Microsoft neutral. Buy above 244. For why 244? Because it's a 34 EMA and we have not seen any closing in Microsoft in last 2 months above 34 EMA. So if it does, it's a really good stuff. If it doesn't, we can go down. 250, 50 is the possible target. 250. Top loss is 242. Or I'm gonna add one more row above. Copy this red line. Microsoft. Sell on rise to 242. Stop loss 244. 50. If it fails here, stop loss is 238, target is 238, 75, and the 12 EMA, 235.75. Possibility is 40 to 60. Some more short towards Microsoft. Netflix, because it's done its job, so I'm going to remove it. Nvidia, it's struggling, so maybe tomorrow morning, if market support, 120 is the stop loss. Nvidia, which is the 12 EMA. 120 is the stop loss. Supposedly, resistance is 127 or 127 area where it can find the price action. Like right here, you see the price action struggling 127 and then 131 as the 34 EMA. Buy above the 122.50. Roblox is done, so no need to do that. Now we have Snow, Oxy, Snow did really big move in last 2 days, like 146 to 177, and it got rejected. Now it has a gap, and Snow has potential to lose everything. So I really want to add Snow. I'm bullish on it, but I want to add it on a dip. So buy on a dip. $171. Give it a color. Stop loss is the 12 EMA 167. Target is 178, 189. Oxy is very much news driven, and it was making inverted head and shoulders right here, but made a dodgy. So probably 65.50 is a really good support. Now I have not checked crude futures. Let me see crude futures, what's happening there. It's 1% up at 33. So crude futures, you can see it's setting up for a inverted head and shoulders. It has not made a new low, and the previous low is right here. So shoulder 1, shoulder 2, and the head. If we can cross above 85, 86, it will hit 92. So Oxy, which is a refinery. Now stop loss is 66.50 in Oxy. It's positive. Stop loss 66.50. Target area is 77. I don't think so. We have potential to go higher than 70 for now. And buy above today's high. Today high was 68.25. Then we have Goldman Sachs. They really did post good earnings, and again it went, hit 324, came back, tested 311, which is a 12 EMA, filled the entire gap, 311.62 and 312, filled the gap. Now this should provide you really good support. Goldman Sachs 312 is a good support. Now this is the resistance of 321, 321, 324. These are good resistance level. It's a 60% trade. And where should I buy? I should buy in the middle of this candle, 316.50. 316 and 50. Then we have Tesla. Tesla is sell on rise, but again it has earnings. It failed to break out over 12 EMA, which is not a positive thing. Now it might try one more time. So 229 is your important area. 229.50 is the stop loss for long, as well as the stop loss for short. If it goes above 229.50, then possibly a big move is coming in Tesla, because it will test the breakout of previous in a breakdown of previous inside day right here. So if it comes back here, first resistance should be 233.50. 233.50. Second resistance is third trend line, 238.75. Buy above 229. Sell on rise towards 224.26. If we set it here, 226, the targets are 211, 199. Exam is going to take time. Last one is cat. Cat has moved 20% in last few days. Trend is going up, making higher highs, high lows, which is positive in sign. Also making a W. I'm going to buy above 185 on cat. I'm going to keep it neutral. Buy above 185. Stop loss 183. As theory, it has consolidated. Target 189.50. And then the next target comes around 192. All right, guys, I am done. Let me just fix the numbers. If you have any questions, please come forward. I'll try to answer to best of my knowledge. The information is saved. Let me just copy this. Yes, Ravi. If you are speaking, I'm not able to hear you. Can anyone else hear him? Ravi, nobody is able to hear you. Can you try your mic again? Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Naval. So my question is regarding making spreads for options. So we always like if we want to exit an option and if the option is in loss, we sell a lower price or the higher one for other premium and we get out, right? For example, let us say I took an Apple call for let us say and I paid premium of $100, but this Apple is going down. Then to come out of the trade, I sell something like 101 call for some price. For example, let us say $80. At that current time, the $100 contract is at $90, and the 101 one is at $80, but still I paid $10 premium in the middle to create the spread. So by the end of the week, if it goes more than 101, will I still get $100, or
Yes.
the-
So if it
it's
closes
not like
101 and above, you were going to get $100.
even though I got a contract, even though I bought the contract when I was in loss. I mean, even though I sold the contract when I was in loss.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like I never carried it till end of the week. I just close it the next day. So either I close the lower leg or like I play accordingly. But I just wanted to know if I carry it to the end of the week, will I be in profit? Yeah. Thanks, Noel.
Yes, okay.
Well, by two questions. For snow, there is a gap. Would you consider shorting snow to fill the gap on the downside? Because it has already moved up so much in the last few days.
See, there is a gap, and this gap, I'm eyeing that it comes around 167 as my stop loss. That's why I took a stop loss at 167, which covers this gap.
Okay, but from where it is currently, do you expect it
I'm
down?
not buying it right now. I'm buying on a dip. If it comes to 171, only then I'm buying. Stop loss of 167, so that the gap is filled, even then I'm covering it.
I understand that. I was just wondering if there is a negative trade to be had here, in your opinion.
Negative, you need to understand, negative trade only comes when there is a negative sentiment. Right now, it has bounced and bounced significantly from 145 to 180. Negative will come once it lost 167. Until then, it's all right.
Understood. Understood. And
Again, it's a
second,
very simple logic of 12 and 34. Till the moment it is above it, no point shorting it.
got it. Got it. And secondly, for Tesla earnings tomorrow, how would you suggest to play for people who do want to play? What would be your
The
thoughts?
earning is very difficult to trade. I recommend people to take butterflies because the option premiums are really, really high. If you lose, you will lose less. If you will make money, you'll make 200, 300% on a butterfly. So even like 190, 200, 210 butterfly, or 200, 180, 190 butterfly. On the put side, if you want to go on the long side, you can make 230, 240, 250. The cost will be very minimal.
Okay, well, tomorrow, whatever you take, if you take, please do share.
I always share whatever I take.
Yeah. No, I'm new to, but I'm not. I've not taken butterflies before. Probably I'll follow tomorrow, and let's see. And Ravi Bhai had a question which he could not ask. He requested anybody to ask. He said, "What is your thoughts on semiconductor sector?" Because his audio is.
Semiconductor said 2 days back. Now, semiconductors are going to be manufactured within US because they are going to struggle with China. China manufacturing is going to impact EV indirectly. So all those manufacturing costs will be higher. So semis may remain in a consolidation, but I think they are in a phase of bottoming out at this zone. So if market goes down, we may not see semi going down at a faster pace related to the market. So they'll be reaching a range where they have reached a saturation. AMD 52, 53 area is a good area. It may not go down below than that. NVIDIA 108, 107. If it loses, there's a gap at 70. I don't think so. It's going to hit 70 right away. But if markets are weak and everything is weak, yes, it will still bleed. But if market will jump, semis will be the first one to big bounce.
Okay. And SOXL at a decent point to buy or no?
I don't track SOXL.
Okay.
It's something which, like, if you are, because I don't even know the components of SOXL. So if you're tracking SOXL, make sure first you list out all the components and then keep an eye on those components. If those components are making some moves, yes, it makes sense to go into SOXL. But if they are struggling, then no point going into SOXL.
Okay.
Anyone else? Yes, Ike.
Hey, good evening, Naval. I have a quick question. Roku, I know you moved in sympathy with Netflix and Disney. Do you see anything in the charts of Roku continuation or exhaustion?
See, it's right now it's trading well below the 12 EMA. Has not seen anything above 34 whatsoever since it was 90. Not even a single close. The last close was 195, and since then it has gone down and down and down and down and down and down and down. It has not even come back to the earnings low. So unless something serious happens or it crosses 61, I don't think so it has that level of strength. 57 is the gap area where we have this gap. So first target, if you're trying to go long, 57 should be 57.80 should be your area to book at least 50-60% profit.
Okay.
But if it fails for 54.65, then no.
Okay. Thank you.
And just now there's some news. Netflix will no longer forecast customer addition each quarter, which is a negative news. Hi all. You can speak, you are muted. Can anyone hear him? Because I'm not able to. No. Maybe you can post your question. Because you're not audible. Or if you have any charts, you can share your charts. My question, RTX. Now, what is RTX? RTX. RTX did had a breakout above 1234. Looks good. Also making inverted head and shoulders. And breakout is there. Possibly 90 is your next target. And 90, you should see 90. If it does a back test of 85, 86, it should not lose that. Otherwise, it will be a failure. But 90 is your target. Yes, it is above 34 EMA. So it's also making right hand shoulder. So a breakout should happen, and it did. But with the market, it should hold that 85 area. If it loses, then this breakout fails. And it comes down to the failed breakout area. MP. Guys, I'm going to take just one more question because it's almost 11:30 and I have to start my office. MP materials. Like from level wise, I have not made anything. It is making higher lows. And no, it's only making higher lows. And if it crosses 29 and closes about 29, only then I will jump into this. Otherwise, no. On MP. T-Doc, these are companies which may not or never recover to the prices they have seen. Same thing, if it loses 25, 12 EMA, no point touching it. No, you need to move out from these companies. So no, if you keep on adding into these companies, you will struggle. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to post this information into the channel and the Twitter, and the YouTube video will now be public because I do not want people to come and interact live with us. Now, the other thing is tomorrow, if we have a gap up, remember ES is at a very critical area, the levels we have. If it gets rejected, do not rush. Wait for clarity. If it holds 37.45, if it doesn't, then go short. Do not short at open, do not go long at open. Take your time. All right. So all the very best to all of us, and tomorrow let's have a good day. All right. Good night, and thank you very much for attending.